I just got a parcel delivery and I thought, you know what, time to play some soccer. Seeing that the World Cup just finished, so I didn't have a soccer ball handy, so let me kick this parcel around. But on a serious note, when I opened this package, I knew what was inside. It's the new RZE Valour Chronograph. And the reason I kicked that parcel around is because this is designed to be used in your daily routine, rough and tough. They're a titanium unit with a hardened ultra hex coating, mega quartz. The fact that it also offers 200 meters of water resistance, you got a lot of bang for your buck. Now, it's not a perfect watch. I'm going to review it for you guys and tell you exactly what I think, because there's a couple of little changes I'd love to see on this thing, because the tone of blue in this watch is beautiful. It seems to change its mood in different lighting scenarios, and it's been an enjoyable experience on the wrist. Now, you saw the pop-up. RZE has sponsored this video. They will be sending me a watch of my color choice. However, as with any manufacturer who sends any product to this channel, they have zero input into the review content. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about this, good, bad, or indifferent. And looking at the specs of the watch, you can see at 39mm, 48.8 lug to lug, it's a really decent experience. 12.5mm height, it's been a good experience on the wrist, especially being titanium. The crown is a signed screw down crown. It's got fantastic knurling, it's 7mm, and the watch offers 200 meters of water resistance. And the total weight on this supplied FKM rubber strap comes in at exactly 78 grams. Now, I've really enjoyed this on the wrist, and the specs do say 39. However, as you can see, it looks a little bit, being almost squarish, the top design, it does wear a little bit bigger. So it probably looks more like a 41, 42mm. That 48.8 lug to lug, it does taper straight down, so that shouldn't be an issue. The height, I measured 12.5mm, that's been great, and the comfort on this particular FKM rubber strap has been beautiful, an absolute joy. I'm a big fan of rubber straps like this, especially in the summer months now in Melbourne. It offers just the right amount of flex and comfort. Now, looking at the dial of this watch, as you can see, it's a tri-compact. You got 3 sub-dials, very nice layout. In fact, I like the layout, but there are, like I said at the beginning of this intro, there are a couple of changes I'd like to see made to this particular watch. As you can see at the moment, I've got the chronograph running. We can stop it and we can reset it, and everything resets back to 0. Now, surprisingly, the watch does offer 200 meters of water resistance, and it is a chronograph, so that's a very good achievement in itself. The crown I absolutely love. It's 7mm, the knurling is fantastic. As you can see, it's got crown guards, very easy, a pop out. You can hack it. As you can see, we've stopped the movement. We can adjust the time, pop it in, it starts again, away you go. Screw down or latch down experience is buttery smooth on this. It locks in, you got 200 meters of water resistance. Now, the watch offers a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the underside. I've had no issues, it's been doing a fantastic job. I've not had any washout, top marks in that regard. And if we look at the side profile of the case, you can see it also offers drilled lugs for easy strap changes. Not that you need it on this, because you've also got quick release spring bars. Now, this is a pre-production version, as you can see. The case back is all scratched up, so it's had a bit of a hard life, but in saying that, it's been banged around, and the case itself is phenomenal. I can't see any marks on this case or on the crystal. It's actually got, like I said, ultra hex hardness coating of 1200 figures, so all the desk divers out there, all the daily wearers, this thing here is fantastic for that purpose. Lastly, the watch comes in at $369 US. They're going to have several colorways, I believe, white, yellow, and this blue. Now, the watch is driven by Seiko Mega Quartz, and in that department you won't have an issue. You got the ticking seconds at the 6 o'clock. You've also got a smoother sweep on the chronograph, which seems to replicate something closer to an automatic. Lastly, the watch is also lumed. If we have a look at it, you can see that the handset, very nice and very legible. The markers themselves, they're dot markers, an initial brightness, but they don't last. So what are the plus and minuses of this watch? Well, first cab off the rank for me, that handset. I do love the handset, I like its shape, I like the lume on them. However, in this colorway, I would have preferred for those hands, instead of being brushed steel, to be black. I just feel that experiencing this watch on the wrist during the day, during the evening hours, sometimes the handset did not stand out as much as I would have wanted it to. Potentially matte black hands on this would have been a real nice addition. Secondly, the lume, the handset's good, the markers are just so-so. Third negative, I'd say potential negative, that date, it's sort of floating around at about a 4 or 5 o'clock, between there. I would have loved to see that inside the sub dial at the 6. Again, there's limitations in the Seiko Mecha Quartz where you can put the date layout, so it's there. Some people might love it or hate it. It just takes away from that symmetry of that dial. Another negative that I found in practice on this watch is that sub-dial at the 9. You can see it's a 60-minute elapsed timer. However, there's no minute marks. It would have been great to have minute marks, because when it gets to about 3 minutes or 7 or 8 minutes, I can't tell where it is. Just definite minute marks all the way around would have made this a more practical and more functional tool. And last negative, and I won't call this a negative, I'll call this a suggestion. This is a Mecha Quartz. I would have loved to see this in solar. I would have loved this to be a solar watch, so I think RZE should look into that, because the watch design itself is lovely. Now, what are the positives of this watch? Well, I do love this color. I think the azure blue is lovely. It does change its mood. It does get deeper and lighter in different lighting scenarios, so I really enjoy that. The fact that this titanium has a hardness coating, they're strong, they're pretty much scratch proof, which is fantastic. Drilled lugs, that's another big plus on this watch for easy strap changes. 200 meters of water resistance, good crystal, and pretty much a very good affordable watch, and a very good watch. For a quartz, for something that's strong, robust, and looks good, I think excellent value for money. Hit me up in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think of this watch. I've enjoyed it. It's not without its flaws. A couple of little quirks here and there. Some minor changes. Some are stylistic, like that date window. Some are more functional, like the sub-dial at the 9. But whatever the case, a very attractive watch and a very good experience on the wrist. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Hit me up in the comments what you think about this watch, and we'll see you all in the next video.